interpreter, the magistrate, and the like. Now, there's a section that says, assisted by Dominic Ntokozo Mujiako, at the request and insistence of Mr. Ntanzi. And there's the FFC number from the LPC 04415 of 2020. Do you see that?
Uyabona besaqhubeka ngaleli phepha lakho ngaleli phepha elikhuluma ngawe ukuthi ungubani futhi kunala ibhalwe ukuthi ubokade uncedwa uM Dominic Ntokozo Mujiako nguwe oye wafaka isicelo sokuthi akusize wena Ntanzi futhi kunale nombolo le ebuya kubameli uyabona lapho.
Yebo ngiyabona kodwa ngiyaphikisana.
Yes, I can see that.
Now,
however, I dispute what is written here.
Exactly, that was what I was coming to. Is that notation that you were assisted by Dominic Ntokozo Mujiako at your insistence? Is that notation correct?
Manje la kuthiwa uwe owaqindezelela ukuthi akusize iqiniso na ukuthi wena uwe owaphoqa ukuthi akusize.
Cha Nkosi enkantolo kulona iqiniso lelo ngoba ukumqala kwami ukumbona ngaqala nqa ukumbona ngazi 24 ngamehlo mina.
No, my lord, it's not correct because the first time when I started seeing him, it was on the 24th when I first saw him.
Thank you. Thank you, my lord. And it further notes on the document exhibit JJ below that it says no other person present, no other persons present. Do you see that?
Uyabona nala ukuthi ithi abekho abanye abantu abakhona.
Yebo ngiyabona.
Yes, I see that.
So if we read the information on the persons that were there, it will be Ms. V. Kronye, Tsepiso Mutlaping, Bongani Ntanzi, and Dominic Mujiako. So there'll be 4 people in room 2. Do you see that?
Manje siyabona ukuthi la ku room 2 abantu abekade bekhona bekade ku Tsepiso Mutlaping, Bongani Ntanzi, no Miss V. Kronye, naye Dominic Mujiako.
Yebo ngiyabona.
Yes, I see that, my lord.
And you confirm that it was only those people present in that room?
Manje uyavuma na ukuthi bekade kuyilabantu kuphela abakhona kuleli room.
Angivumelana na Nkosi enkantolo angazi umnyanga emveni kwami kwakwenzakalana mina.
I do not confirm that since I do not know what was happening by the door behind me.
And then it further goes on, there are scratches there for the interpreter. And then it says the deponent was brought to my office by Sergeant Vusimuzi Mukhani, National Cold Case Investigation Unit, Pretoria. Do you confirm that?
Uyabona ke ukuthi la kuye kwakhanselwa bese lana kwabhalwa ukuthi umuntu lo ulethwe kimi uSergeant Vusimuzi Mukhani yena osebenza emacaleni la ukuthi abuya ePretoria. Yes, I see that, my lord.
And you confirm that the person that handed you over to Magistrate Kronye was Sergeant Mukhani?
Uyavuma ukuthi umuntu owakunikezelela kulo mantshi kwakade ku Sergeant Mukhani?
Yebo ngiyavuma Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi uyu Mukhani wangihambisa kumama lo umlungu angazi ukuthi magistrate.
Yes, I confirm that it was Sergeant Mukhani that took me to that white lady. I was not aware that that white lady was a magistrate.
Now, below that, there's a section that deals with your general appearance, your mood, or anything of worth that the magistrate must note. And then she's handwritten there. The deponent confident, making good, direct eye contact. Do you see that?
Lana ke kuyabhalwa ukuthi wena wawukade unjani, la kubhalwe ukuthi wena umuntu ozibonakalisa ungumuntu oyingathi unesibindi noma uyazizwa ngaye, futhi kubhaliwe nokuthi wena ubukade ubabheka kahle.
Is that a correct, accurate description of your demeanor that day?
Kunjalo ukuthi ngalelo langa wawukade unjalo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord, it is incorrect.
How was your demeanor that day?
Wena wawukade unjani ngalelo langa?
Nkosi enkantolo okokuqala ngangingcolile impahla ngangigqokile.
My lord, firstly, I was dirty on the clothes that I was wearing.
Okwesibili ngithukile ngoba ngangithusana laba abantu ngangihamba nabo lokhu bephila bengishaya Nkosi enkantolo.
Secondly, I was frightened by these people that were accompanying me as they used to assault me.
Further, is that all?
Kuphelele lapho?
Kuphelela Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord, that is all.
And then it says you had on a blue medical face mask. Is that correct?
Ithi yawukade ufake isifonyo esihlaza kwesibhakabhaka?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo ngangifaka umask omnyama emlonyeni.
No, I was wearing a black mask.
And regarding clothing worn by you, it states long sleeve, navy blue, and in brackets, light blue, front top, and then in those brackets it says Impala emblem, then it says tracksuit jacket and blue denim. Do you see that?
Uyabona nalana babhale ukuthi wawukade ufake top ebekade navy blue bese ngakuma bracket kubhalwa light blue front top kusho ukuthi yayikade light blue mhlawumbe la phambili bese ibhalwa futhi nakuma brackets ukuthi yayikade ine emblem noma ilogo ye Impala bese kuthiwa tracksuit jacket ebokade uyiqokile ufake ne jean.
Angiphinde la.
Lana ithi long sleeve navy blue.
Ngisho tracksuit but
I-tracksuit kuthiwa tracksuit jacket. Wakade ufake i-jacket ye tracksuit.
Is that notation or that recordal correct regarding the clothing that you are wearing that day?
Iqiniso na ukuthi wawukade uqokele izinto bazibhalela?
Nkosi enkantolo akufana ngalendlela ababhale ngala into engangigqokile.
My lord, this is not similar to how I was dressed.
Can you describe the clothing that you were wearing on the 24th of June 2020?
Ungachaza ukuthi wawukade uqoke kanjani wena ngoJune 2020 nge-24?
24 June 2020.
Nge-24 zika June 2020.
Nkosi enkantolo ngangifaka ijini ehlaza ereleni.
My lord, I was wearing a blue relay jean.
Ngifake iskipa ngaphansi nevest, iskipa siyelo seFabiano.
And I was wearing a yellow t-shirt, a Fabiani brand, with a vest underneath.
Itracksuit yayinavy enembala ered imbala ebomvu.
And a tracksuit was navy blue and it had red lines.
Ijacket eyimpala yayinavy ngapha esingezansi ngaphezulu inombala oso inombala oso.
Or grey noma injani.
So nje umbala khona lo phakathi naphakathi la kusuka nje la.
And the tracksuit that had an Impala, it was navy.
Yebo lana ezansi.
Here underneath by the belly, as the witness points, and the witness points that on top it had a color that looks like this one, my lord, and I am not certain whether is it gray or what color is this one, as the witness points.
Futhi ijacket ekhona la angamasage.
He must identify the color.
Inkantolo
It's he who's wearing it
usichazisele ukuthi umbala onjani lo njengoba uthi ijacket phezulu yayikade inombala onje ithi uwe okwamele usitshele.
Mina Nkosi enkantolo ngasho ukuthi usivo lunjani ngazi Nkosi enkantolo kodwa ngibona ngathi silver.
I could say the color is silver, my lord.
And is that all that you were wearing that day?
Yiko konke lokhu bokade ukugqokile.
Necathulo zesweat lekhavela enyaweni.
And I was wearing a suede cavella on my shoes.
And the further observation is that both hands cuffed in front of him, cuffs loose, not too tight. Do you see that?
Futhi lana babhale ukuthi izandla zombini zazikade zifakwe ozankosi lezankosi lezi zazikade zingaqinanga kakhulu. Uyakubona la kubhalwe khona?
Yebo ngiyabona Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, I see, my lord.
How were the cuffs placed on you on that particular day?
Izankosi lezi zazifakwe kanjani kuwe ngaleli yalapha?
Wazibuyisa ngaphambili isikhathi ngisangena egate wangifasala ngaphambili ngoba ngangifake nama-chain la phansi enyaweni.
When I got into the gate, the cuffs were brought in front, as I also had feet cuffs when I entered the gate.
And in room 2, were you still cuffed in that manner?
Room 2, wawusafaswe ngaleyo ndlela usafaswe phambili.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
That is correct, my lord.
And the magistrate further notes that there are no visible marks on the face or hands. Do you see that?
Umantshi futhi ubhale ukuthi bekukade kungenazimpawu ezibonakalayo ebusweni nasezandleni noma amanxeba.
Is that recordal correct?
Iqiniso lento ebhalwe la.
Akazangibuze Nkosi enkantolo kuba wangibuza ngangizomkhombisa.
I was not asked, my lord. If I was asked, I would have shown the magistrate.
So your testimony is that the magistrate did not request to see your hands. Is that what you say?
Kushukuthi wena uthi umantshi akazange acele ukubona izandla zakho.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord.
And now we go to, sorry, there's another notation above that which it's not really legible to me. I'll try to decipher it. It says, I don't want to report any medical conditions or injuries except I haven't taken a bath since 16/06/2020. Do you see that? There's another front.
Lana
Oh, sorry. Medical conditions or injuries except a heart condition, and I haven't taken a bath since 16 June 2020.
Lana kuqhubeka kubhalwa ukuthi ayikho enye into ewufuna ukuyireporta ngokugula noma ngokulimala ngaphandle kokuthi wawukade unenkinga yenhliziyo futhi wena awukaze ugeze kusukela nge-16 zika June 2020.
Is that recordal correct? Let's unpack it. It's quite a mouthful. Did you tell the magistrate that you don't want to report any injuries or medical conditions?
Ake siqhaqheke le ndaba le uye wamtshela umantshi ukuthi wena ayikho into ofuna ukumtshela yona ngokugula noma ngempilo yakho?
Akazangibuze Nkosi enkantolo ngalombuzo.
I was not asked such a question.
But did you provide the answer that is recorded here?
Kodwa impendulo le ebhalwe la uye wamnika yona.
Ngiyayiphikisa Nkosi enkantolo.
I dispute this answer.
Did you also tell the magistrate that you had a heart problem?
Umantshi uye wamtshela ukuthi unenkinga yenhliziyo?
Nkosi enkantolo ngiyaphinda angigule Nkosi enkantolo.
My lord, I repeat, I
Azange.
am not sick and I have never been sick.
But the question is, did you tell the magistrate that you had a heart problem?
Kodwa umbuzo kammeli ukuthi uye watshela umantshi wena ukuthi unenkinga yenhliziyo.
Angimazi Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi ukuthathaphi lokho akubhala. Azange ngikhulume ngokugula kuyena.
I do not know where the magistrate took this from, as I have never said anything regarding ill health to the magistrate.
Did you tell the magistrate that you haven't taken a bath since the 16th of June 2020?
Umantshi uye wamtshela wena ukuthi awukaze ugeze kusukela nge-16 zika June 2020.
Leyo kugeza ngamtshela ngathi ngicela nokufona Nkosi enkantolo.
I did tell the magistrate that I did not take a bath, and I also asked to make a call.
Now, just to deviate a bit from Exhibit JJ, why was it that you hadn't taken a bath since the 16th of June 2020 to the 24th of June 2020 when you saw the magistrate at Boksburg Court?
Uthumeli ake siqhezuke kancane la kulobu ufakazi buka JJ. Kungani ubukade ungagezanga kusukela i-16 zika June 2020 ukuyofikela nge-24 zika June 2020 uma uyovela kumantshi eBoksburg?
Nkosi enkantolo ngangenazo into zokugeza.
My Lord, I did not have toiletry.
Okwesibili azange ngafoniswa ukuthi ngitshele enkantolo ngitshele umndeni wami ukuthi ngiboshiwe ukuthi ngikuphi.
And secondly, I was not afforded an opportunity to contact my family to inform them that I was arrested and my whereabouts.
Ngoba umndeni wami uze wazi nge-13 kaJuly ukudibana kwami nokuthelezo ukutheza ukuze ngimtshele ukuthi ngikuphi. Futhi ePro Station akekho umuntu owangivisita for ifamily. Angiqala ukuvisitwa ngo-2021 ngoMarch sengihlala elokhuzeni eRamshana eRustenburg ejele lakhona.
And I had never had any visit. The first time when I informed a person, it was when I informed Buthelezi, and I've never even been visited at a police station. I firstly had a visit in 2021 when I was now in Ramoshani.
Ramshana prison.
In Ramoshani prison in Northwest.
Okay.
Lapho
Now,
ngizengathola khona inkosi enkantolo nokukhuleka egazini.
And that is where I also became free on my spirit.
now on the 24th of June 2020, did you have any injuries on your person?
Ngalelo langa le 24 ka June 2020 wawukade ulimele wena emzimbeni.
Umzimba wobhlungu inkosi enkantolo ngoba ukushubhuwa ngoplastic nanokuthoshara kubhlungu.
My body was painful as being choked and tortured. It's painful, my Lord.
Did you have any injuries on your hands or torso?
Wena ezandleni mhlawumbe wawukade ulimele.
Ezandleni inkosi enkantolo nayizolo ngikhombisa namanje nangakamama kama handcuff la mangikhombisa apha ngendlela ngangishawa ngayo.
I did even show the court yesterday that I have marks on my wrists that shows the way I was handcuffed.
Is there any reason why the injuries and your complaints were not relayed to the magistrate?
Sikhona isizathu esenza ukuthi lokulimala kwakho nezikhalazo zakho zingazange zatshelwa umanje.
Inkosi enkantolo ngangizomtshela kwayena kube wayengibuza mina.
My Lord, I would have informed the magistrate if the magistrate had asked me.
Now let's go to the pro forma exhibit JJ, and we're skipping all these paragraphs that have been scratched out. We're going to paragraph 4.
Uthi siyaqhubeka kubo lobufakazi siya ku paragraph yesine.
And it says, paragraph 4, I inform the deponent that any person who is in custody or has been arrested on any charge has the right to, and 4A, be assisted by a legal representative of his choice. Paragraph B, that if he cannot afford the services of a private legal representative, he has the right to apply to Legal Aid Board for assistance, and that if he qualifies, the Legal Aid Board will supply an attorney free of charge. Paragraph 4C, he is entitled to seek legal advice before making any statement to me. Was that those rights admonished to you?
Manje ke la ku paragraph 4 ithi mina ngiyamazisa umuntu ukuthi uma engaphakathi esitokisini noma ejele lo muntu loyo unamalungelo alandelelayo. Unelungelo loqala ilungelo lokuthi abe nommeli okhethwe uye. Ilungelo lesibini ukuthi uma ingabe lo muntu lo yena angakwazi ukuthi athole ummeli, lo muntu lo angahle afake isicelo sokuthi asizwe illegal aid. Uma ingabe illegal aid iyamvuma, illegal aid izomnika ummeli ongakhokhelwa. Umuntu yena futhi unelungelo lokuthi angacela ukucetshiswa ngaphambi kokuthi angayenza istatement kimi. Kusho ukuthi umantshi wayekade esho njalo lamalungelo lawa uye wacebiswa ngawo na.
Cha inkosi enkantolo ngiyaqala mina ukuzwa lento efundweni.
No, my Lord, it is my first time hearing what is being read.
Now, the answer noted there is, I understand. Did you give that answer?
Impendulo ebhalwe la kuthiwa wena uthe ngiyazwisisa.
Hayi, angivumelani Nkosi enkantolo le answer ebhalwe la.
I dispute the answer that is written here.
And it proceeds further, and I read, do you have a legal representative, or do you wish to apply to the Legal Aid Board for assistance? And if so, do you wish to consult with him before making any statement to me? Do you recall that admonishment?
Bese ke uma iqhubeka ithi unaye ummeli na noma ufisa ukufaka isicelo kwi-legal aid ukuthi baze bakusize. Uma ingabe kunjalo ungathanda ukukhuluma naye ngaphambi kokuthi wenze lesi statement. Uyakhumbula kushiwo njalo?
Angisakhumbuli Nkosi enkantolo.
I do not recall that being said to me.
And the answer that is noted there, it says, Mr. Mjiako is my attorney. Did you give that answer?
Into ebhalwe la kuthiwa wena uthe umnumzane Mjiyakho ummeli wakho. Uye washo njalo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo. Azange ngisho kanjalo mina.
No, my lord, I did not say that.
Umji yakho Nkosi enkantolo yena otshene mina ukuthi uthunywe ngabantu basekhaya. Lokuthi ngummeli ngize ngakuzange ukuthi mhlawumbe uzomamela uthi thiwa njengomuntu mhlawumbe uthunyiwe. Hayi ukuthi ummeli.
Mjiyakho informed me that he was sent by my relatives. I assumed that he was going to listen to what was being said. I did not even know that he was an attorney.
Ingakho nje kangembuza Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi ubani okuthumela iphi number kasisi lo usisi ukutshena Thoza la ngikhombisa number kasisi azange ngikhombisa Nkosi enkantolo.
And that is why I even asked him, who sent you? Who is that particular lady that you referred to her as my sister? Where is the phone number of that lady? And he never even showed me the number of that lady.
Lena namanje ngisafuna ukuyazi ukuthi wayethunywe ubani wayemtshela ukuthi ngiboshiwe.
To which even to date, I would still like to know who had sent him, who informed him that I was arrested.
Then we move to paragraph 5, and I read, I caution the deponent that is under no obligation whatsoever to make a statement, and that if he chooses to do so, it will be reduced to in writing as he speaks, and may later be used against him as evidence in court. Deponent is asked if he understands this explanation, and the answer and recorded there is yes. Was this question asked of you, and did you give that answer?
Bese ke lana kuyaqhutshekwa kuthiwa lo muntu lo bekade enawe lana kusho yena uMantshi uthi uye wakucebisa ukuthi wena akusukuthi uyaphoqwa ukuthi wena wenze lesi statement. Uma ingabe uyakhetha ukwenza lesi statement sizawubhalwa phansi. Yonke into ozayikhuluma ingahle isetshenziswe kanye nawe enkantolo njengobufakazi. Bese umuntu lona uye wabuzwa wena ukuthi uyazwisisa, bese impendulo yakho yathi uyazwisisa yebo.
Okay.
Ngiqala ukubona lapha Nkosi enkantolo.
It's my first time seeing this, my lord.
Okay. And then it goes on further under that, and I read, do you still wish to make a statement notwithstanding the fact that it may be used as evidence against you? And the answer provided there too is yes.
Bese uma kuqhubekwa kuthiwa wena ubuziwe ukuthi usafuna ukwenza istatement leso nangokho singahle sisetshenziswe njengobufakazi, wena waphendula wathi yebo.
Hayi Nkosi enkantolo hayi. Kuyaphikisana.
I dispute that, my lord.
Okay, let's then go on to paragraph 6. It says, I inform the deponent that he has the right to remain silent and that nobody can force him to make any statement, and that if he chooses to make a statement. Nobody can force him to divulge any self-incriminating information. Was this explained to you?
Uqhutshekwa ke kuyiwa ku number 6 kuthiwa uye wakucebisa ukuthi unelungelo lokuthi ungathula, akunamuntu okuphoqayo ukwenza lesi statement. Uma ingabe wena ufisa noma ukhetha ukuqhubeka ngalesi statement, akunamuntu okuphoqayo ukuthi ukhiphe izinto ezingahle zikubandakanise nawe nalelo lwazi. Uye wabuzwa umbuzo njalo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
I was not asked such a question.
And the recorded answer there too is, I understand. Did you give that answer?
Kuye kwabhalwa ke impendulo ethi ngiyazwisisa. Wena uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And then we, paragraph 7, have you used any product that contains alcohol or any drug with a narcotic effect in the last 24 hours? Were you asked this question?
Bese ku paragraph 7 kuye kwabuzwa ukuthi uye wasebenzisa into mhlawumbe enotshwala noma eneyidakamizwa kuyisikhathi esidlulile kumahora angama-24. Uye wabuzwa lowo mbuzo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord, I was not asked that question.
And the noted answer there is no.
Impendulo ye yathi cha.
Was that answer given by you?
Hayi,
Naleyo
angiyazi, Nkosi
mpendulo,
enkantolo.
I do not know that answer, my lord.
Paragraph 8, from the above mentioned questions and answers, it appears to me that the deponent is in his sane and sober senses, and in brackets, it notes indicate whether the opponent appears to be nervous, anxious, relaxed, fearful, jovial, etc., and also whether he has any special requests.
Bese ke lana ku paragraph 8 kuyafundwa ukuthi ngemva kwale mibuzo ese ibuziwe neimpendulo kubonakala ukuthi lo muntu lo onginaye lapha mkwami yena ubekade ezilinganele emqondweni futhi yena engadakwanga nemizwa yakhe ingadakwanga ilutho futhi uma kuqhutshekwa ukuthiwa kubonakala ukuthi lo muntu lona kubhalwe uma ingabe lo muntu lona uthukile noma kunento engathi yamthusela noma yena ukhulekile noma ubonakala ukuthi uphuma inyembezi kanjalo futhi ke kubhalwe nokuthi lo muntu lo ubekade enesicelo esihlukile noma isicelo esithize.
Was this explained to you?
Uye wachaziselwa lokho?
And before you answer that, let me read the answer that is there. It says, the deponent, very relaxed, calm, maintain eye contact. When questions is answered, first with interpreter, then myself, and the answer goes further. I request a bath, to contact my family, and to have clothes, and to call my child.
Manje ke ummeli uthi ngaphambi kokuthi uphendule lo mbuzo wokuthi uye watshelwa lezi yazinto impendulo kuthiwa wena ubonakala ukuthi ukhulekile futhi uyababheka uma kulibele ukukhulunywa futhi nemibuzo uma iphendulwa iphendulwa nangutoliki njengoba etolika uma ephendula imibuzo bese naye umantshuma ekhuluma noma ephendula wena uye wacela ukuthi ucela ukugeza futhi ucela nokuthi ushayele ucingo umndeni wakho futhi ucela nokuthi ushintshe impahla bokade uqhokile ucela futhi nokuthi ushayele umntwana wakho ucingo.
Okay. Is that the answer that you gave in response to the admonishment above?
Injalo yiyo impendulo ewena uye wayinikezela ngemva kokuthi ubukade utshelwe lokho.
Kosenkantolo ngangicele ngisafika phakathi ku lapha ukuthi ngicela ukufona ngicela ukugeza.
My Lord,
Akaze ngifundele ngalokhu ngangimtshene ngena ukuthi ngisacela ukube ngifonise ngifonele umndeni wami ngoba lokhu ngaboshwa June 16 ngiboshela icala leli engena ngale ngiphambi kwalo phambi kwenkantolo azange ngifone futhi angigezi angaziwi ukuthi nguphi.
My Lord, I made a request to contact my family just upon my arrival, immediately before even anything could be done, and I had never taken a bath as well since the 16th of June, and I was arrested for this matter which I am appearing before the court, and no one knows my whereabouts, and this was not read to me. I was not aware of such. However, the request, I made it at first hand when I arrived.
Nalokho ukuthi inkosi enkantolo ukuthi mina ngangimbuka emehlweni kuyaphikisana nakho abangangihlelela ngibhekele phansi esitulweni inkosi enkantolo.
And even the eye contact, my Lord, as it states here, I disputed because as I was seated down, I was facing down. I never made any eye contact.
And then it goes on at 9. I now ask the deponent to tell me in his own words how he came to be brought to my office to make this statement. Do you see that?
Bese ke lana ku number 9 kona kuthiwa uye wacela wena ngamazwi wakho ukuthi umtshele ukuthi kuzenjani ukuthi ulethwe ehhovisi lakhe uzoyenza istatement. Uyakubona lokho?
Yebo ngiyakubona ngiyakuzwa ngoba uyangitshela.
Yes, I see and I can hear as it has been read to me.
Okay.
Sorry. So you understand English?
Isingesi uyasizwisisa?
Cha inkosi enkantolo.
No, my Lord.
Yeah, because I hear you saying, I see, I hear as it is being read to me. And your counsel read that in English. Just my observation.
Ummeli wakho uyifunde ngesingesi. Manje inkantolo ithi njengoba impendulo yakho ithi ngiyezwa ngiyabona njengoba ungifundela. Inkantolo ithi izwe lokho ingakho ibuza.
Before it was interpreted.
Kungaphambi kokuthi mina ngitolike.
Yes, Mr. Musipidi.
As the court pleases, my lord. And then there's an answer to that. The first portion is redacted, and I'm trying to make head or tail of this handwriting here.
Bese ke kunempendulo ummeli uthi usafuna ukuthi ayifunde kahle njengoba iye yabalwa la.
Sure. This one I cannot see, to be honest. My lord, I can't clearly. The handwriting here is not legible. Perhaps
Let your colleagues help you. They've been helping you.
I mean, that's it, my lord. My lord, can I ask my candidate attorney perhaps to come and assist?
Fine. As long as you want to understand what is written down there. Even your learned colleague, Mr. Bande, you can assist because
Mr. Sibanda, can you assist?
it's a common document you two are having.
Below the redacted part of the whole section is redacted. Okay. My lord, I've been informed that that part has been redacted because I see on our documents certain parts were redacted, but now...
It has been redacted.
Yes. So...
Now, how can you miss anything that is redacted?
The document that I have before me is not redacted, my lord. So I'm informed by the state that that has been redacted.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, my lord. I mean, that's it. Perhaps then if we go to 10, paragraph 10.
Okay.
The following questions are now put to the deponent. Do you have any bruises or injuries of any kind? If so, please show them to me if it is possible for you to do so. Was this request asked of you?
Manje ke bathi le siyayeka siza la ku number 10. Imibuzo elandelelayo iye yabuzwa kuwe. Kunala uvuvuke khona noma impawu ezibonakalisayo ukuthi ulimele. Uma ingabe kunjalo ngibonise zona. Uma ingabe kuyakhonakala ukuthi ungibonise. Uye wabuzwa noma watshelwa lokho?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo akaze ngitshela ngoba ukube ngabuzwa ngangizombonisa.
No, my lord, I was not informed or asked of any type of injuries or bruises. If I was asked, I was going to be able to show the magistrate.
Now the answer noted there is the following. The main answer is no, and then except old injuries and old injuries sustained whilst I was underground and when I was very young. Did you give that answer?
Impendulo ithe kubhalwe ukuthi wena uphendule wathi cha ngaphandle kokulimala kwakudala ngangisase emsebenzini ngaphansi emgodini futhi okunye ngalimala ngisase mncane kakhulu.
Nkosi enkantolo angizange ngalimala emgodini.
My lord, I have never been injured underground.
And the notation continues by the magistrate in brackets, no noticeable recent injuries, scar, healed, right forehead, allegedly sustained whilst he was very young.
Bese uyaqhubeka yena umantshi uyabhala ukuthi akukho ukulimala obekade kubonakala ngaleso sikhathi futhi ubhale ukuthi la ekhanda esiphongo wena walimala ubukade usasemncane.
Did you give that answer?
Uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo?
No Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And then at 10C, it says, note the particulars of any visible injuries. Ask the deponent if he agrees with that has been recorded. And the injuries, she notes scar, right side, forehead, and below that scar, small above left brow. And then in brackets, she notes the magistrate, both healed.
Bese ke lana kusi ithi kubhalwe uma ingabe kunezimpawu ebezibonakalisa ukuthi umuntu ulimele umbuze lo muntu uma ingabe ungazibhala na. Umanje uqhubeke wabhala ukuthi unempawu ebonisa ukuthi walimala esiphongo la ekhanda ngakwihlangothi lesandla sokudla futhi uthi kukhona futhi nala walimala ngaphansi kweso kusandla sesinxele uthi zombini lezo impawu noma lawo manxeba bese sewapholile.
And before you answer that, the comments in the comment section, the magistrate notes the following. Your answer is yes. Both sustained as a small child when my grandmother tried to hit a chicken and the blow landed on my forehead. Did you give that notation?
Bese ke impendulo yakho njengoba umantshi yena wayekade ekhulume ngalamanxeba amabini wena uthe yebo walimala usasemncane ngalesikhathi ugogo wakho ebekade ezama ukushaya inkukhu bese ke ugcine seyukuthi uyashayeka wena esiphongo.
Akulona iqiniso Nkosi enkantolo.
That is incorrect, my lord.
Now at 10D, and I read, did the police or any other person assault or threaten you to make this statement? Was this question posed to you?
Manje la ku 10D kuthiwa amaphoyisa noma muntu thizeni uye wakushaya noma wakuthusela ukwenza lesi statement.
Was
Uye
this-
wabuza,
Sorry, continue.
uye wabuzwa lo mbuzo.
Ukuba wangibuza Nkosi enkantolo ngangizomtshela
If I was asked, my lord,
ngoba ngase ngishawa amalanga amaningi kabi ngihlukunyezwe.
if I was asked, I was going to inform the magistrate because I have been assaulted a couple of days and also being abused.
And then the answer that is recorded by the magistrate is no, not at all. Did you give that answer?
Impendulo ebhalwe lawo manje ithe cha neze. Uye wanikeza lana ngaleyo mpendulo.
Angivumelana Nkosi enkantolo.
I dispute that answer, my lord.
And 10E, did anyone influence you to make a statement? Was that asked of you?
Lana ku-10E kuthiwa ukhona umuntu oye wakhuluma nawe mhlawumbe ukuthi wenze lesi statement.
Akaze ngibuze Nkosi enkantolo umbuzo sa.
I was not asked such a question.
And the recorded answer there too is no, I decided on my own. Did you give that answer?
Impendulo yakho wena ithe cha akunamuntu okhulume nami yimina ongizithathele leso sinqumo.
Akulona iqiniso Nkosi enkantolo iphutha lelikhulu.
That is incorrect, my lord.
Paragraph 10F, did anyone encourage you to make this statement? Was this question posed to you?
La uye wabuzwa umbuzo wokuthi ukhona umuntu oye wakukhuthaza ukuthi wenze lesi statement.
Akaze ngibuze umbuzo lo Nkosi enkantolo ngangizomtshela umbuzo.
I was not asked that question. I was going to inform the magistrate if I would have been asked.
And the recorded answer there too is no. Did you give
Impendulo?
that response?
Impendulo ithe cha. When uye waphendula njalo na? No,
Eqala nje.
it's my first time seeing it.
Paragraph 10G, were any promises made to you to persuade you to make this statement? Was this question asked of you?
Lana ku 10G kuthiwa ke zikhona ithembiso ezayenzwa kuwe ukuthi zikuncede noma zikhulume nawe ukuthi wenze lesi statement.
Azange ngibuze Nkosi enkantolo umbuzo.
I was not asked such a question, my lord.
And the recorded answer there too is no. Did you give this response?
Impendulo ithe cha. Wena uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo na?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And whilst we are on this aspect, a version was put to Colonel Gininda that he made a promise of a financial gain to yourself. Do you remember that aspect that was
Manje.
put to Captain Gininda?
Sisase kuleli daba Brigadier Gininda yena uye watshelwa ukuthi kunemali thizeni wayekade ekuthembise yona. Usakhumbula lokho?
Yebo ngiyakhumbula Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, I do remember, my lord.
Please explain that to the court.
Ake uchazele inkantolo.
Nkosi enkantolo ukube umagistrate wangibuza lo mbuzo lo ngangizomtshela.
My lord, if the magistrate would have asked me this question, I was going to inform the magistrate.
Futhi Nkosi enkantolo ube ngavuma ukuthatha le mali ngaba ngikho la phambi kwakho.
And my lord, if I would have accepted that offer, I wouldn't have been standing in front of you.
Ngoba namanje ngambuza ukuthi kusola ngo-June 16 ungitshaya ungibophela icala lika Senzo. Namhlanje zi22 ukhana uzokuthi angama zi21 zi22 date angisakhumbula Nkosi enkantolo kodwa kwakuyisonto.
And I had also informed him that since from the 16th, you have charged me with the case of Senzo
Yeah, but
to
let
date,
us
which
finish
was
it,
the
sorry.
21st or the 22nd. I do not recall the date, my lord, but it was on a Sunday.
Yeah, but I want you to explain to the court what the exact promise that was made to you by Colonel Gininda.
Uthi ummeli ufuna kahle kahle wena uchaze leyanto obekade uthe ubrigadier Gininda wayekade ekuthembise yona yini, uchazele inkantolo ukuthi wayekade ekuthembise ini.
Angithi Nkosi enkantolo ufike kimi ezongisabisa kahle kahle ezongitshena ukuthi ngimeza isithutha.
My Lord, he came to me threatening me that I was making him a fool.
Usehambile wathola ukuthi mina ekhanda kangena dread futhi benginegolide.
And he had went around and made his research and found out that I had dreadlocks and a gold tooth.
Wasengitshela ukuthi indoda ngoba sengitholile yonke information yakho ngicela sisebenzisane.
And he said to me, now as I have got that information about you, I would like us to work together.
Wasengibuza ukuthi imali angiyifuni ngamtshela ngathi imali angiyifuni ngiyasebenza mse.
And he asked me if I do not want money. And I responded to him and said, I do not need money as I am employed.
Angibuza ukuthi enkampanini bengihola imali ngithi mina impendulo yayifuna wena.
And he asked me how much was I earning, and I said to him that was none of his business.
Bese ngibuza ukuthi angifuni 3 million ngithi ngiright khona ngisokola nomzalo wami ekhaya ngisharp.
He then asked me, don't I want 3 million? And I said, no, I am fine as I am struggling with my parent at home.
And is that the gist of what he spoke to you about?
Yona indaba le akhulume ngayo nawe.
Yona indaba la khona ngoba wayethi ngimenza isithuthu usethithi mina nginama threat benginegolide lokho ngimthethe igolide nginala ngaze ngakhanda ama threat ekhanda Nkosi enkantolo.
That is correct. That is the gist of our conversation, as he had said that I had dreadlocks and a gold tooth, which I informed him that I have never had dreadlocks, neither have I had a gold tooth.
Ngoba ngeqiniso nje lemsulo Nkosi enkantolo ngihambile ngawo-check igolide abuyile ama-results phambi Nkosi enkantolo kodwa akazange ngafaka igolide.
Because, my Lord, I had also been taken to a dental surgeon to go check if I have had a gold tooth, and the results came negative.
Ukuthi ke yena wayitshela ubani ukuthi mina ngifake igolide angenama-threat namanje ngisayibuza
Mr. Ntanzi, then let's perhaps come back to, because I wanted just to explore that aspect of a promise or some sort of financial inducement. Now let's go to 10H.
Uthi ke asibuye ubekade efuna nje ukwazi le ndaba yesithembiso lebekade bakwenzele sona esemali. Uthi sibuye size la ku 10H.
And it reads, do you expect to derive any benefits from making this statement? Was this question asked of you?
Uye wabuzwa na umbuzo wokuthi ikhona into ekuthi uyilindele ngemva kokuthi wenze lesi statement?
Akaze ngibuza Nkosi enkantolo.
I was not asked that question.
And the recorded answer is no, not at all. Did you give this response to the magistrate?
Impendulo ebhalwe la ithe cha neze. Uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my Lord.
And I think it's still part of paragraph 10H. It reads, deponent is now informed that he cannot expect any benefits whatsoever from making this statement. The importance of this aspect is now stressed to him, and he is asked whether he understands this. Was this admonishment given to you?
Uma kuqhubekwa ke kuthiwe wena uye watshelwa ukuthi ayikho into eyukuthi uzoyithola ngemva kokwenza lesi statement. Futhi into ebalekile ukuthi kuye kwagcizelelwa nokuthi wena wabuzwa nokuthi uyazwisisa na lento.
Was that asked of you?
Uye watshelwa nangalokho?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my Lord.
And at paragraph 10I, it says, seeing that you don't expect any benefits from making this statement, do you still wish to continue to make the statement? Did the magistrate ask you this question?
Bese lana ku 10I ithi njengoba sesibona ukuthi ayikho into eyikuthi uzoyizuza ngemva kwale kwenza lesi statement, wena usafisa ukuqhubeka ngokwenza lesi statement na uye wakubuza umantshi lo mbuzo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my Lord.
And the noted answer there too is yes.
Impendulo.
This answer.
Impendulo yakho yaba uyebo. When uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo na?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my Lord.
And paragraph 10J, have you made a similar statement previously, and if so, to If so, when and to whom was this asked of you?
Bese lana ku paragraph 10J ithi usuke wayenza istatement esifana nalesi phambilini uma ingabe yebo wasenza kubani uye wabuzwa lo mbuzo.
Akaze ngibuze Nkosi enkantolo ngibuza.
No, my lord, I have never been asked such a question.
And the recorded answer thereto is no. Did you give this answer?
Impendulo lana ithe cha uye waphana ngale impendulo na.
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
Paragraph 11. You have now told me that you were not influenced, encouraged, assaulted, or threatened to make this statement, and that no premises were made to you in order to persuade you to do so. I wish to once again ask you to take me into your confidence and to tell me if, in your opinion, anything irregular has been said or done to influence you to make a statement. I undertake to ensure that your allegations are immediately and properly followed up and attended to. Was this admonished to you?
Uma iqhubeka ke uthi njengoba sewungitshelile ukuthi akunamuntu oye wakukhuthaza o futhi noma umuntu oye wakushaya noma umuntu oye wakuthusela ukwenza lesi statement, ayikho into ewuthenjiswe yona ukuthi wenze lesi statement futhi akunamuntu oye wakhuluma nawe ukuthi wenze njalo. Yena umanje uthi ufisa ukuthi wena umethembe futhi umtshele uma ingabe ukuya ngawe kunento engekho emthethweni eyenziwe ukukuphoqa ukwenza lesi statement. Uma ingabe ikhona into eyenziwe kuwena uzoyithatha leyo nto bese uyayilandelisisa ngemva kwalokho. Uye wakutshela into njalo?
Cha akaze ngitshela Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord, that was not said to me.
And the noted answer thereto is no, nothing of that sort. Did you give that response?
Impendulo yakho iye yathi cha ayikho into enjalo. Uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo?
Akaze ngiphana Nkosi enkantolo.
I have never given such a response, my lord.
And then paragraph 12, do you understand everything that I've explained to you, or is there anything that I need to explain again? Was this asked of you?
Lana ku paragraph 12 kuthiwa ke uyayizwisisa yonke into engikuchazisele yona noma ikhona enye into odinga ukuthi ngikuchazisele yona futhi. Uye wabuzwa lo mbuzo?
Hayi angikhumbuli Nkosi enkantolo ngibuza nokubuza nje.
I do not recall being asked such a question, my lord.
And the response thereto that is recorded is that I understand very well. Did you give this reply?
Impendulo yakho kuthiwa uthe ngiyazwisisa kahle kamhlophe. Uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And then paragraph 13, the deponent now makes a statement which is attached here to as Annexure A, and in brackets it says statement should be started on a new page, close brackets. The statement is reduced to in writing as he speaks and is written down in his own words. The statement consists of 6 pages marked 1 to 6, and then there's a bold and a notification. Each of these pages must be also signed by the magistrate, the deponent, and the interpreter. No questions are asked except such questions as are necessary to clarify aspects of the statement which are unclear. Such questions, if any, and the answers thereto are clearly indicated as such. The statement is made in Zulu language and interpreted into English by the interpreter. The statement is now read back to the deponent and translated by the interpreter. The deponent is now asked whether he confirms the contents of the statement are correct, and the answer is yes.
manje ke lana ku13 uma kufundwa kuthiwa lesi statement lesi siyayenzwa ke siyenzwa sifakwa njengobufakazi buka A lesi statement lesi futhi kuthiwa kwamele siqalwe kwi page entsha leso statement leso sizawubhalwa njengoba uzabe ukhuluma ngamazwi wakho lesi statement lesi sinama page awuzoba u6 futhi lawo ma page lawo abhalwe phezulu abhalwe 1 ukuya ku6 wonke lama page lawo kuthiwa kwamele asayinwe umantshi wena noToliki asikho isicelo esiye sayenzwa ngaphandle kokuthi lemibuzo leyo eyabuzwa kuye kwacelwa mhlawumbe incazelo ukuthi umuntu ayicacise leso statement uma ingabe sasingacacanga kahle leyo mibuzo leyo uma ingabe yayikhona impendulo ebekade iyeya kuye kwaphiwa impendulo uma ingabe kwakade kungacacanga lesi statement lesi kuthiwa siyenzwe ngesizulu futhi satolikwa uToliki obekade ekhona esitolikela kwesingesi lesi statement futhi siye safundiwa ngemva kokuthi sesibhaliwe safundelwa wena uToliki naye wakufundela ukuthi kuthiwani njengoba sekubhalwe phansi lesi statement lesi wena uye wabuzwa ukuthi lento ebhaliwe uyayivuma ukuthi kuyiqiniso na impendulo yakho kuthiwa wena uye wathi yebo. No, my lord, it's my first time hearing or seeing such.
Now, I think it's the penultimate page before the interpreter certificate, it says, the statement is now, that is page 8 of 9, the statement is now signed by the deponent by means of his signature. And there's what appears to be a signature there by the deponent. Is that your signature?
Bese-ke lana kuthiwa istatement siyasayiniwa umuntu lo bekade ekhuluma wasisayina uthi-ke ummeli isignature yakho lena.
Yeah, signature yakho senkantolo.
Yes, my lord, this is my signature.
And then it reads underneath that the statement is also signed by the interpreter. We can't authenticate that. And then it says, before me, additional magistrate Boxberg, magistrate's initials and surname. It's noted V. Cronje. The date stamp is the 24th of June 2020, and the time completed is 1720.
Bese ke kuyabhalwa ukuthi lana uToliki obekade sign ngeke sibuze ngoba akekho bese kuthiwa lesi statement sisayinwe phambi komantshi kubonakala ingathi mhlawumbe signature kaMantshi bese ke uMantshi naye ubhale ama initials wakhe uV Cronje bese istamp esange 24 ka June 2020 bese ke kuthiwa isikhathi naqeda ngaso wakade kuyimizuzu emashumi amabini ngemva kwehora lesihlanu ntambama.
Angangiphikisana nesikhathi ngoba bebasho ngangena futhi ngangasibona nokusibona nalapha nje ngifika khona lesibona ngidinga afika ni.
I will not dispute the time, my lord, as I did not have the watch and I did not see the time. Even when I arrived, I did not see what time did I arrive.
And then towards the footer of that page, there's a space for deponent and there is the initials BS. Did you note or put those initials there, BS?
Masiyehla ke la ngithi siyabona la manje bese la ithi deponent umuntu obekade ekhuluma kubhalwa manje ke ummeli ufuna ukwazi ukuthi la wena owabhala na lo BS lama initials.
Yebo nkosenkantolo ngenzeka ukuthi.
Yes, my lord, it is possible that it was me.
And once this document was completed, was it read back to you?
Manje ithe uma kuqedwa la uye wafundelwa lento ebekade ibhalwe la.
Kosenkantolo angikhumbula ukuthi wangifundela mina.
My Lord, I do not remember that it was read back to me.
Ngoba ezinye izinto la khona izinto engaziboni mina. Njengalo uthi wayengitshela ukuthi wayengibuza ngishayiwe. Akaze ngibuze yonke lo mbuzo lo.
Because, my Lord, there are some things which I do not see, such as when I was asked that I assaulted. I've never been asked such a question.
Ngoba nokusayina kwami la ngangitshela ukuthi iperforma le ukuthi ngikhala ukuthi ngifuna ukugeza. Yonke into ebhalwe lapha ya.
Because even me signing here, I was informed that this is a performer noma.
Angazi wathi yini kwabiza nje igama lakwathi lezi lokho ukuthi ngifuna ukugeza. Angazi nje ngisane ukuthi ngifuna into zokugeza lokufona. Angazi some.
When I signed there, I was informed that this is a performer that I had complained that I wanted to bath and also made a call. That's what I knew.
Ukuba wayengifundele yonke into ebhala ngangeke ngisayine inkosi enkantolo ngangiyisayina futhi naye esigangeni lapho ngisayine khona ama document esigangeni.
If everything was read to me, I was not going to sign it. Perhaps I would have signed it maybe in that open field as I had signed all the other documents in the open field.
Njenge statement sengisayinele esigangeni.
Just like the statement which I signed in the open field.
We'll come to that just now.
Utsizofika lapho ummeli.
Yeah, we'll come to that just now. Now, as the magistrate was talking to you, completing this pro forma, the question and the answer session, as she wrote the answers, did she show you the answers that she was writing on this document?
Manje, njengoba wayekade ekhuluma nawe ekubuza imibuzo ebhala yena, uye wakubonisa impendulo ebekade ezibhala. No, my Lord, she did not show me the answers.
Now, once that document was completed, what then transpired?
Ngemva kokuthi kugcwaliswe le ncwadi lena kuye kwenzakalani?
Yes. Once the process was done with the magistrate, she's completed the document, you have now signed it, what then happened?
Ngemva kokuthi asekayigcwalisile le ncwadi le yonke bese wena wasayina kwenzakeleni?
Kosenkantolo wangitshela ukuthi lokho engikusayinayo akudibene nestatement.
My Lord, she informed me that what I am signing, it's not pertaining to the statement.
Okay.
Ngabuza ke mina kuye.
And I asked her,
ukuthi statement isiphi leso sibhalo bani?
I asked her which statement is she referring to and who wrote that statement.
And was an explanation proffered to you?
Uye wakunika incazelo?
Akaze ngithole namanje.
No, to date I never received that explanation.
What then happened after that?
Ngemva kwalokho kwayenzakalani?
Mfana lokho ngisukumile inkosi enkantolo.
I stood up.
And then?
Bese.
Ngaphuma.
And I left the office.
Who did you leave the office with?
Uhambe nobani uma uphuma?
Mangisoma nje kusuma nale ndoda ebihleli phansi yavula umnyango yaqalaza amaphoyisa mawuphezulu amaphoyisa wabona phansi kade la babe khona babe la uJonathan angimazi lo munye igama lakhe nomhani wayekhona.
As I stood up, the gentleman also stood up from the chair and he started looking for the police officers. However, there was Jonathan and another police officer whom I cannot recall whose surname was. As the police officers, when you are upstairs, you would be able to see them from down.
Now, during this entire period from 1430 to 1720, whilst Mujiako was there in that room, did he say anything as this question and answer session was going on?
Sukela sonke lesiyasikhathi nize beniqala bufikela nize niyoqeda umjiyakho njengoba wayekade ekhona lapha yana ikhona into aye wayikhuluma.
Ekhuluma nawe.
Speaking to me?
Either to you or to the magistrate or to the interpreter, did he participate in that process?
Ekhuluma nawe, ekhuluma notoliki, ekhuluma nomanji. Ikhona indima aye wayidlala.
ayikho nkosenkantolo wayehlela ecofa ifoni lo muntu lo wayehlela lapho endoda wayecofa ifoni.
No, my lord, there is nothing that he said. The gentleman that had a phone was just seated and said nothing.
Then I'm reverting now to this question. You now stand up, take it from there.
Manje ke ake sibuyele emuva njengoba uye wathi uye wasukuma.
Yeah.
Sichazisele ke ukuthi wasukuma kwayenzakalani.
Usukumela ngithi yena wavula umnyango yena kuqala.
The gentleman stood up first and opened the door.
Bangena ko Jonathan
And
nomkhane nalo angalazi igama lakhe. But
John-
apha enkantolo ke wangena uzo testify.
and Jonathan and Mohane and this particular gentleman whom I do not remember his surname, who also came to testify here in court, they came in.
And then what happened?
Bese kwenzakalani?
Ngase ngiphuma ngase ngehlaka ngetepisi.
And that's when I left the office and went down using the stairs.
What happened next?
Mangifika phansi kwafika wavula imoto uMabhena ngoba uMabhena wayekhona laphansi apha emotweni.
When I got to the car, Mabena opened the car
Ngangena ke emotweni.
and I went into the car.
And were you taken someplace else?
Wayiswaphi kwenye indawo futhi.
Kukhona but before Sambe bakhanda meeting eqale la phandle bonke bamala noma Bhena so nokutheleza bakhanda meeting yabo qala kwakhuphuka umkhani wayabuyela phezulu noma Bhena lapha bengiphuma khona.
Before we left, my lord, there was a certain caucus by the particular gentleman that I have just explained, and then Mohane went up to the same room which I had left.
And what transpired?
Kwayenzakalani?
Wabuya bangena emotweni ngo sahamba ngangabona ukuthi khanjaphi lapha sasihamba khona.
He came back, went into the car, and that's when we left, and I did not see where were we driving in.
Ngoba lapha esafika imoto yama khona umgwaqo uyahamba ujika so ngathi isenkele so mayiziza so ijika so yena afika yamala.
Because where we parked, my lord, the road goes and as if it makes a circle, and that's when the vehicle stopped.
Can you describe that area with some particularity?
Leyo ndawo ungayichaza mhlawumbe ngokuthi ibe kade inani bakwenzakalani uyichaze indawo yakhona.
Leya ndawo nkosenkantolo indawo yama enamafem indawo nje yamafem lapha.
It's an industrial area.
And what transpired at that industrial area?
Kwenzakeleni lapho la kunamafem.
Sithenga ngaphela ngejana 10 minutes awuphelanga mangifika lapha ngabona sekufika uGenenda nosisi lo hleli ngapha emveni kwami.
In just less than 10 minutes, I saw the arrival of Gininda and the lady sitting behind me, Mohola.
What then happened after Gininda, Brigadier Gininda's and Sergeant Mohola's arrival?
Kwenzakeleni ke uma kufika uBrigadier Gininda no Sergeant Mohola.
Uphumile emotweni weza ngapha engangakhona emotweni engangihamba ngayo mina.
He came out of the vehicle and came towards the vehicle which I was in.
Okay, let me clarify this. It nearly escaped my mind. On the 24th of June 2020, from Moot SAPS to Boksburg Magistrates Court, in which car were you traveling?
Manje nge-24 zika June 2020 kusukela lapha epolice station yaseMoort kufikela eBoksburg wawukade uhanjiswa ngayiphi imoto?
Mina nkosenkantolo ngasho ukuthi ngangihamba ngale emhlobo ngangijwayele ukuhamba ngayo vele mangihanjisiwa elekhuzeni. Indlela zabe ngihambisa kuze eningi.
My lord, I can say I was driven in a white vehicle because usually there is the motor vehicle that was transporting me to and fro.
Yes,
different.
mention that vehicle. What is the make of that motor vehicle?
Nhlobo yini yemoto?
Yona iFortuna.
The Fortuner.
Now, evidence led in this court via AVL records and the testimony of Mohani and Gininda is that on the 24th of June 2020, that motor vehicle was at the SAPS garage in Benoni.
Ubufakazi obuzela ngongodi loyana obekade ekhuluma nge-AVL naye ubrigadier Gininda naye usergeant Mukhani bathe imoto leyana nge-24 zika June yona yayikade isemaphoyiseni la kulungiswa khona imoto eBinoni.
Kosenkantolo angeke ngiphendulele indaba ye-VAR kosenkantolo ngoba mina angiyazi nokuthi ihambe hanjiswa kanjani enziwa kanjani.
My Lord, I would not respond on the AVL, and the witness just mentioned VAR, which I assume he wanted to say AVL, because I do not know how is it operated.
Now, to be fair to you as well, Advocate Mr. Mgomezulu read the record of transcript for the evidence of Jonathan, and in his testimony, Jonathan says you were transported and placed in a Fortuna on the 24th of June 2020.
Umnumzana Mngomezulu uye wafunda lezi zinto bezikade zikhulunywe uJonathan. uJonathan uthe nge-24 zika June 2020 wena uhanjiswe ngeToyota Fortuna.
Angeke nkosenkantolo ngiphikisane noJonathan ngoba phela uJonathan yena waye right emzimbeni. Mina ingqondo yami ngase ngikhathele ukushawa nkosenkantolo. Hlala ucabanga.
My Lord, I would not dispute what Jonathan had said because he was fine in his body and I was tired of being assaulted, my Lord.
Now, let's go back to the industrial side that we talked about, that Brigadier Gininda, Sergeant Mohola arrive, and Gininda comes out of his motor vehicle, approaches the car that you are placed in. What happened next?
Manje ke asiye laphayana la uthi kunamafem khona. Bese uma ufika bese uGininda uyaphuma uza kuwena kule moto lebukade ukuyo. Kwayenzakalani ke khona lapha?
Kosenkantolo uphumile weza ke eMontana wangibuza ukuthi wayenqaba ukusayina istatement phambi kwa-magistrate.
My Lord, he came from his vehicle and came to me and asked me why did I refuse to sign a statement before the magistrate.
Ngathi mina Kosenkantolo angeke ngisayine into engayazi nokuthi ibhalwa ubani.
And I said to him, I would not sign what I do not know and who the author was.
Ngoba leli gama lokuthi ngimenze isithutha bengahlala ngalikhipha emlonyeni wakhe.
Because he continually mentioned that I am making him a fool.
And then what happened?
Wasentshena ukuthi makuthi angiwasayini ngizowasayina ke ngendlela le abazoyenza kimi.
And he then informed me that if I do not sign them, I will sign them as they will do to me.
What happened next?
Ngibe ngikhishwa ke eMontana ngibe ngima ngenyawo khona la bephinda ke engibuyisela izandla ngemuva uMabhena.
Then I was taken out of the motor vehicle and my hands were uncuffed and then cuffed once more to the back as Mabena had done.
What happened next?
Alase ngifaka uplastic ke ekhanda futhi.
Then I was placed with a plastic in my head.
Who placed the plastic bag over your head at that stage initially?
Ubani ofake leyo plastic ekhanda
Mabhena ofake uplastic ekhanda lami ngoba ubuthelezi yena imoto yayimso uma ngenza so ngikhiyama ngemoto engibambe ngapha ubuthelezi nalo nomunye uzilo uzotestify la igama lakhe sengilikhohliwe nkosenkantolo.
Mabena is the person that has placed the plastic bag on me and the vehicle was behind me.
Was anything said to you whilst the plastic bag was placed over your head?
Ikhona into bayisho kuwe ngalesikhathi bafaka leyo plastic kuwe.
Babesho phela ukuthi mase ngifuna ukukhuluma bazobona ngami ngizomemeza.
They then said
Or ngishaya unyawo phansi.
They then said, if I wish to say something, I would then shout or tap my feet.
And how long did this process continue?
Kuthathe isikhathi singakanani lokho?
Ngeke ngikwazi Kosenkantolo ngimeshini isikhathi ngoba isikhathi sekazi ngangingenalo iwash Kosenkantolo.
I would not be able to mention the time as I did not have a watch.
Ngoba khona kwa sake sama nje khona icela lapha.
However, we waited at that particular place.
And was it only Mabena that was doing the plastic tubing over your head, or did somebody else participate in that process?
KwakuMabena kuphela obekade efaka lelo plastic ukuchupa noma ukhona omunye?
AkwakuMabhena phela uJonathan wayemngapha duzane naye.
It was only Mabena and Jonathan was standing on the side.
ngaze ngabona ukuthi inkosi enkantolo angisayini lento efuna ngelamulele
And that's when I realized that I should rather sign this document,
ngoba namanye inkosi enkantolo ayikho into engiyenze ngokuthanda kwami
because, my Lord, there is nothing that I did according to my will.
ngoba kube ngayenza ngokuthanda kwami ngabe khona lokutha ubhale khona ngesizulu ngesandla sami isizulu ngiyakwazi ukusibhala
Because if there was something that I did voluntarily, I would have written in Zulu, since I am able to write in Zulu.
And it was placed by Mr. Mgomezulu to certain witnesses that the document that you signed at that industrial site had blood spills on it. Can you comment on that?
Ummeli uMngomezulu uye wathi lamaphepha awasayine laphaya la kunamafem wayekade echithelwe igazi. Ungathini ngalokho?
angeke ngicommente ngaleyo nkosi enkantolo ngoba vele igazi laphuma handcuff lokho ngedle endaweni eyodwa lacotsa liphuma lapha phakathi kwami
I will not comment regarding that, as the handcuffed had injured me and the blood was splitting as I was signing. Sorry, apologies for that.
And did you actually see blood on any of the documents that you were made to sign at that place?
Ulbonile igazi kulamaphepha la bebathe uwasayine kuleya ndawo.
khona lapha ngangathi ngibamba khona so kwathiwa ngingabamba ngibamba ipeni kuphela mina ngingabambi la kwathiteka ngapha eceleni
There is a point when I tried holding like this, and the witness shows with his left hand, and he was informed that he should not hold. However, there is a spillage of blood. There was a spillage of blood, and he was told just to sign and hold the pen.
What transpired after you signed those documents?
Kwenzakeleni ngemva kokuthi usayine lawo maphepha?
basuka futhi bathi ukukhuluma bodwa ngase-ke sengihamba sebengihambisa-ke e-police station khona la angazi kuphi i-police station khona.
They moved away from me and had a caucus, and then that's when we left, and I was taken to a certain police station, which I do not know which police station was it.
Now, let us quickly go to the events of the 26th and 27th and the 5th of March 2021. The 26th of October 2020, do you recall that date?
Asiye kwisenzakalo ese 26 zika October 2020 usakhumbula?
Evidence led in this court is that on the 26th of October 2020, you were charged for this matter, Phosphorus case 636 of 10/2014. Notice of rights were given to you. Warrants of arrest were served on you. Do you recall that?
Kuthiwa wena nge 26
October
nge 26 zika October wena uye wathwesa leli cala lase Phosphorus la lika 636 ekuthi baye bakufundela amalungelo wakho bakunika nephepha lawo amalungelo lawo bakucebisa futhi nokuthi uthweswa leli cala. Sakhumbula lokho?
Nkosi enkantolo angikukhumbula lokho mina ngitshajwe ngo-June 16 ngaleli cala leli ngiphambi kwalo la ngitshenewa futhi ukuthi ngumhale maye ngibopha ukuthi ungibophele icala likasenzo akaze ngiboshiwe mina ngo-October ngecala likasenzo ngiboshwe ngo-June 16 Nkosi enkantolo.
My Lord, I do not remember that, as I was charged on the 16th of June and I was arrested at that point. I have never been charged on the 26th of October. I was informed by Mukhale that I have been charged for the matter of Senzo.
Ngoba ngalesi sikhathi evule emaseleni sajikela khona ngapha unetafula khona ephethe amabhuku namaphepha nalento yokustemba wangitshela ukuthi indoda ake icala ngokuthwesa icala likasenzo le-matter lase-Phosphorus wabe ngicharge bathatha ama-fingerprint yonke into.
Because, my Lord, even when he opened the cells, when we went, there was a desk and he had documents which he then placed them down and informed me that I am being charged for the matter of Senzo in Phosphorus.
Now, are you done, sir?
Uqedile?
Okunye Nkosi enkantolo ngamangaza ukuthi anganginiki iphepha elifana naleli anginike lona eRustenburg ngoba phela ungicharge eqale ngecase le yemeda wazonginika iphepha leli enhlamvu namanje iphepha leli elifana naleli anginalo laleli cala.
And my Lord, what surprised me is that why was I not given a document that looked similar to that one which I was charged for possession of ammunition in Northwest? Because the document that looks like this one, I do not have for this particular matter.
And that document that you refer to, what is that, sir?
yini le ncwadi okhuluma ngayo?
Ilapha angatshela khona le Rustenburg ngama rights ngiqala ukuthola ama rights ngaleli phepha lokuthi makuphela 48 hours kufanele ngikhulule mangayiwe enkantolo laleli icala kaze nginikwe.
This is a notice of rights which I was given that if within 48 hours I do not appear before a magistrate, then the matter would be removed from the roll. But for this matter,
manje
I do not
ngithusa le mase kuthiwa mina ngiboshwe ngo-October ngithusa kakhulu ukuthi kathi ngo-June 16 ngangiboshelwa lephi icala.
I am very much shocked, my lord, that I was arrested in October. Now my question is, what was I being arrested for on the 16th of June?
Now let's go to the events of the 27th of October 2020. It is common cause and evidence has been led in this court that you and the co-accused appeared in the Boksburg Magistrates Court on that day. Do you recall that day?
Asiyeke kwindaba yange 27 zika October 2020 ukuthi nina navela ke nalabasolwa Boksburg Magistrate Court. Usakhumbula lokho?
Yebo nkosi enkantolo wafika kimi ekuseni ngitshela ukuthi ngiye court wangivusani lela wathi uye court.
Yes, my lord, he arrived to me in the morning and informed me that I was going to court.
And then who is the he that you are talking about?
Ubani lo othi wangivusa ekseni? Ubani lo muntu okhuluma ngaye?
Sayitshena umhani nkosi enkantolo.
Sergeant Mukhani.
And were you provided with any escort from the regular people that escorted you to and fro throughout the investigations?
Uye waba nalabantu la bekade behamba nemoto yenu behamba basemuva benu benilandelela.
Yayikhona escort mali kwangisibona ubuthelezi nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord, there was escort. However, it was not Buthelezi and his team.
Now, explain to the Honorable Court what transpired on the first appearance at the Boksburg Magistrates Court.
Ake uchazisele inkantolo ukuthi kwenzakeleni ke uma nivela ke okokuqala nibingelela uMantshi nge-27 zika October eBoksburg enkantolo.
Sihambile nkosi enkantolo ngafika khona lapho engangazi khona la wayelanga lokuqala ngena khona lapho phakathi. Ngoba ngangingaboni ngikuphi na.
We went to that place which I did not know, my lord, as it was my first time being in that particular place.
What then transpired inside court, the proceedings and all of that, what happened?
Kwenzakalani ke enkantolo uma sesenifika laphayana?
Sangena nkosi enkantolo phakathi. Nganqaba mina ungena eboxini.
We went in court and I refused to go into the accused dock.
My lord, I see it's promptly 1 p.m. Can we perhaps take the long adjournment?